Okay, folks, let's see if we got some sound on this one. I didn't have any sound on the other one. And I'm sitting here kind of trying to tell you a little story. Most of you have heard it, but I'll tell it again. July the 12th, 2010, I was asked to paint a portrait of Wesley Riggs. I was in Baytown at that time, and a lady called me from Old River Winfrey, and I said, well, I'll try it. I was 75 years old, and that's at a time when you really don't look for some new venture. But I was trying to figure out how I could be of service to the community, to the country. And this lady called me and said Wesley Riggs was from Baytown and I should paint his portrait. So I went down to Old River Winfrey and sat outside City Hall, and I had to sit in the mayor's chair because I forgot mine, and I sat in Joe Landry, the mayor's chair that time. And I painted him, and I painted him on a 3-foot by 4-foot canvas because I was really not thinking about carrying on this venture. I was going to come back and paint John Wayne and Willie and Waylon and the boys. But that was not to be. That was the day, July the 12th, 2010, that they were having Jesse Ainsworth's funeral up here in Houston. And someone tapped me on the shoulder and says, hey Ken, you're going to have to paint Jesse. And I argued a little bit, but then they gave me some information on him, etc. And I started painting him, and a lady called me from Hull, Texas, and said, my son was a bull rider and a football player, can you paint that? I said, well, okay, I'll try that. And so I painted him, and the rest, they say, is history, because what happened was in my entire life, I've never had people run to me and want to hug my neck and shake my hand and etc. And when this happens to you from a family that tells you, hey look, this is the only way that I could have had my son or my daughter back to me. This is the closest we'll ever have to having them back with us. And we want to thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. You know, I never charged a nickel from start to finish. I was overdrawn at the bank. All my friends and neighbors said, well, you know, you'll be out of business pretty quick. There's no way that you can paint these guys, these heroes, and survive. Well, I said, well, I'll give it a whirl. I wanted to be a portrait artist, and it was a good practice for me. So I started painting these kids and people. I was never on Facebook much before, at all before, but someone said, hey, you're going to have to get on Facebook because that way the families can get in touch with you. So I got on Facebook, and the family started getting in touch with me and asking me to paint their son, telling me what ventures he had as a kid and etc. I got one that had a tree house and a dog named Rebel, and oh my gosh, what can an artist, a poor man's Norman Rockwell, what can he do with that? And I've had so many families thank me, hug my neck, and everything over the years. And even my buddy at Channel 26 News, Chris Stipe, said, there's no way you can pull this off, man, you know. And anyway, we had the grand opening of our gallery, and he was our MC, and he made mention that he didn't really believe that I could pull it off. But I want to tell you, kids and old folks alike, that once you set your mind to do something, once God gives you a mission, and you know it's the right mission, maybe you say, well, wait a minute, I'm not a portrait artist. And everybody knew I was not a portrait artist. Everybody knew that I was going to fail, except me. So I painted 5 portraits of me to start with, and then I got started on this journey. And anyway, this what I will be doing in the future is I will start the video each day, and I will paint an eye and the side of a nose or something while you watch, and we'll work together. And I'll finish up, and Jim and Bill and Bob and Tommy will come alive in front of your face on camera. And if this video works, I'm away and running. If not, I'll have to come up with something else. We do not succeed our way to success. We fail our way to success. And this may be one of my first failures. Who knows? Thank you. God bless you. God bless America.